book succeeds in providing critical insights, not only to his person and his politics, but his craft as a journalist and a first-time author. That effort is arguably the first of such a book publishing in our country. It is a helpful pointer to research materials for future writers and scholars who may want to probe more into what the Osoba brand represents. We commend Chief Osoba for his second book. My life in the public eye also represents his second challenge to his peers and all those who have held important.
It is a pleasure because I've known Chief Osoba for a long time. From my teenage time, was one of the best friends of my late husband, and we spent many happy hours and days together. So for me, it is a pleasure to be here today. It brings back beautiful memories, and I can see he's still very agile, very strong, still full of mischiefs, if I can say that. Although his wife wouldn't mind, she's my sister also. She's a royalty of Lagos. So, Chief Osoba, congratulations. You've been coming a long way, and you've been waxing stronger and stronger ever since, from the time I knew you. So, I join everyone to congratulate you. Wish you many happy returns of today, and of course, more books.
A very long time before even he was a governor. And since I've been asked to say a few words about him, let me say the ones that I say in public and the ones that I won't be able to say them in public. We are so close with him that I know that when he even left office, I always go to the house to consult him on various things. But let me start to say that he's a man of integrity. He's very transparent. And I remember when I wanted to build a cement plant, I went to see him one day. And that time, he wasn't really living even in the government house. I don't think if he has ever lived there. So he said, okay, fine, well, I'll come and meet me. So actually, I dropped my Honda Civic at that time to go and meet up with him.
May God continue to be with you, guide you, and as you have consistently do well in terms of your writings, your discussions about this country, may all those things come to pass. As young students in Ibadan then, we know your writing in the Daily Sketch, when you are even the managing director there. So we know your passion about our country. But I wanted to say this to you in private, but maybe I should say it in public. I think, sir, your generation also needs to help the new or the younger generation of journalists.
Ilẹ̀ káàárọ̀ oòjíire àgbàdúrà fún pé àti orílẹ̀-èdè àmàrí ìdùnnú ní lágbára Ọlọ́run wọ́n ní pẹ́pẹ́ ẹ̀rọ pẹ́ láró pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́pẹ́ ẹ̀ní dàgbà yọ bàbá àjíjára a máa jẹ́ fún yín kókókókó lára máa lé ìpínlẹ̀ Ògùn náà tí à ń rí tàǹdùnú àdúrí pòṣe o àdúgbò yín dùgbàdùgbà ìṣàrẹ̀ àti ìyàwó alágbára Ọlọ́run gbogbo àwọn tó wá bá aṣàjọ ìlédìí náà wọ́n máa wọ́n ṣe ọjọ́ ìṣe rere gbogbo àdúrà táwọn kábíyèsí náà gbà fún níkọ̀kọ̀ àmọ́ àwọn yóò bàbá àdúgbò gómìnà ẹ̀pẹ́ fún wa ẹ̀ máa mọ́ ṣe ìrìn yóò dìbọn aráyé mọ́ aṣèwí bẹ́ẹ̀ ló máa rí o tó.
Later, he was appointed the general manager of the the Ilorin Kwara-based Nigerian Herald and the Ibadan-based Sketch newspapers. Baba eventually rose to the position of the managing director of the Daily Times newspaper. Chief Osoba was one of the courageous reporters in Nigeria who covered the 30-month civil war. The level of courage and commitment he exhibited during this time period was rare among African journalists of those days. You will recall that Chief Osoba was a brave young journalist who discovered the bodies of the late Prime Minister Alhaji Tafawa Balewa and the Finance Minister Chief Okotie Ebo after they were massacred in cold blood during Nigeria's first and bloodiest military coup on January 15, 1966. Without missing words, his immense contributions to journalism in Nigeria will continue to be a reference point in contemporary Nigerian political history, especially during the dark days of the suffocating military regime. His inspirational courage, leadership qualities, and deep sense of commitment to community service have earned him several chieftaincy titles, such as the Akiro of Egbaland, the Oluwu of Oba, the AREMO of Jabuland, and the Araba of Yewala. You will all agree with me that there's no more befitting honor for a man of Chief Olusegun Osoba's status than to document the story of his life, achievements, motivations, and legacies, particularly in public service and journalism. An accomplished journalist, astute administrator, and politician. His contribution to the evolution and stability of democracy will remain evergreen. Both a member of the Constituent Assembly, Governor of Ogun State, on the platform of SDP from 1992 to 1993, and the Alliance of Democracy
this year for. Let me move from there to recognize in a very special way the governor of the home state of Ogun. And thank you for the wonderful speech that you made here, my brother Akbo Abiodun. Of course, in no particular order, I want to recognize AREMO Olusegun Oshoba. I will make the mistake that BC Olatilo made. I said Olusegun, but I pointed out to him that he kept calling elder statesmen to come to the stage. And none of them fell. But by the time he stepped here, he almost stumbled. And yet, most of those who came up were 20 years older than him. So I had to be very careful. So I invited all my colleagues senators to come with me, so that if I'm tumbling, they will hold me. So the Deputy Senate President of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, my brother, Senator Jibrin Barao, and all the very distinguished senators of the 10th Senate of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. Through you, we recognize our colleagues who are not serving senators. Your Excellency, the Governor of Ondo State, Governor Ayedo Tiwa, we were together yesterday in Port Harcourt. I didn't know you were also hoping to run down there. This is also important. I'm happy to see you. All the other governors here and former governors, deputy governors, who are also here in present, and the former Secretary General of the Commonwealth. It's Dr. Dume here. I'm happy to see you, sir. And our royal fathers and captains of industries. All of you have been introduced, so we want to rest on the protocol established, including the Deputy Speaker and House of Representative members.
To AC, to ACN, and from ACN to APC, that the detail and the role it played were very, very much detailed in that book, and that he reads the book as a way of guidance for him. So I want to thank Mr. President for giving me that honor. Now, the Vice President is here. I don't know where to start with the Vice President. I had a major operation in London, and to my shock, he and Solomon, Senator Solomon Adiola Olamide Koyayi came with 18 senators to my house in London to come and congratulate me.
Thank you for listening. This is the President's exact words. And with the benefit of hindsight, I was able to put the jigsaw puzzle into shape. Solomon Olamide can drag us to AREMO Osoba's house. By then he was a senator representing Lagos West. I never knew that he had plans of moving to Ogun West. So it was a masterstroke. It took us to pay homage to the ultimate kingmaker. May God bless us all. 50 million, 100 copies, 200 copies of the books. Although you are not producing, say, yes, we are
Your Excellency, and all the leaders in the ceremony, well, the industrialists, they have spoken. You know, I am a public servant, but what I will do is, I will ask the Commissioner for Information to do a memo and bring it to the ESCO from the contingency votes. We will pass that the ESCO, and I know it's going to be a worthy amount. Thank you.
Thanks to God Almighty. Second, thanks to His Excellency, Mr. President, President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. But thirdly, to my encourager, my supporter, my mentor, my father, my friend, my benefactor, AREMO Olusegun Osoba. He told you